What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're actually hanging out in a town that I work in, very local to home, only half an hour away from home. We are in the town of Sayre, Pennsylvania, and we are hiking half of the Susquehanna riverfront trail. They do have another name for this trail. There is kind of like a part where it kind of like sections off and winds into this main trail here that has a different name for it. I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to butcher it, so I'll put it at the bottom of the screen for you. Okay? Originally, this trail is 4.4 miles long, but you guessed it. Yes, our first hike. This is more of a walk through the woods than a hike. My pack weight is very minimal. I've been given instructions by my doctor to not lift more than 20 pounds. My pack maybe weighs 10 pounds. Today, it's a beautiful day. It's not super humid. Of course, we are in the shade. We're gonna sit, we're gonna have some lunch. I believe it's biscuits and gravy today. It is about lunchtime, but we're gonna hike a little bit more of this trail until we find like maybe another bench or maybe a view of the river. And we're gonna sit and have some lunch. I brought my stove, obviously, to heat up water so we can eat or I can eat, and you guys can just hang out with me. We'll talk a little bit more about the surgery and how they did it and whatnot. It's a little bit different of a surgery than I think most people have done in the past. It was kind of, I don't know when it was exactly introduced, but it's new to me. So it was introduced to me this past week, and today we are exactly 1 week. I had surgery last Wednesday. Today is Wednesday the 9th. And 1 week exactly today. I am off of all medication and I'm feeling well, and they actually encourage movement. But enough of that, let's get back on trail. It's private property back in there. Obviously, you can see there's corn growing, farmer's field there. So we have no reason to go back there anyway. But again, you can see we are walking along the Susquehanna River. Now, if I'm correct, the river actually winds off back there a couple miles, but on the left you have the Susquehanna River, on the right you have the Chemung River. I believe they eventually come into one. Usually all rivers do, but we got a biker here, we'll let him pass. No, that's all right. How we doing today?
You just taking pictures. I thought you were sure they...
Oh no, I'm doing the whole YouTube thing.
Oh, cool.
I should mention that this trail is actually very popular in town. It's one of the only trails in town, but it's popular for biking, and you can hear other voices. A lot of bird watching again, and just the river makes it pretty magical. Well, I mean, if it was frozen, we could play some hockey. The voices you hear, I believe, is a daycare bunch. So, bunch of little kids that are on trail, exploring nature, talk to one of the teachers. It's pretty cool that they bring them out here. But again, this is the Susquehanna River, my friends. I'm gonna stop here and get a couple pictures. Also, I'm not 100% sure if I said this earlier, but this is very popular for catch and release fishing. I don't believe you can keep what you catch here. So I forgot to put on my DEET today. I am getting kind of bit up by bugs, so standing in one spot is a little bit too much. So I'm gonna keep on moving and try and stay out of the kids' way. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys is I really apologize the way my latest video came out. Not the short I posted, but the one, Lucifer's Falls. I had my smaller tripod. I actually have my big tripod that can go up to 6 feet long, or stand 6 foot tall, I should say. And I was holding the camera more up, and I had the regular camera settings. What I should have done is what I have it on now is the wide angle to get everything. That way when I throw it in edit mode, I can kind of zoom in and take out the the globeness that you see around me, and I can get in closer to my face. I like myself to be in the shot, but I like it to be like from maybe my chest up. I don't like it to be from here up. So as you can see on these trees, they have names for them, and that one is the Norway maple. It's an invasive tree. I don't know many things about trees or plants or whatever, but I know a pine tree when I see it. Anyway, I don't know if I also mentioned that this trail is normally 4.4 miles. We kind of started right in the middle, so we're doing like maybe 2 miles today. Maybe. That's a huge maybe. I don't want to push myself, obviously, with the surgery and whatnot, but again, at lunch we'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. All right, so according to GPS, we've gone just over half a mile, like 0.53 miles. And by the way, you're gonna hear some noise. This is a sewer plant, and it says 24-hour video surveillance. Well, guess what? I got you guys on camera too. So that, my friends, is the name of the trail that I can't pronounce, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's Diahoga. The trail team, thank you guys for building this bench here for us walkers, hikers, bikers, moms, dads, pushing strollers to sit and relax in. I felt this quote was quite nice and intriguing. Advice from a river. Go with the flow, immerse yourself in nature, slow down and meander. Go around the obstacles, be thoughtful of those downstream, stay current, the beauty is in the journey. Well, my friends, we are nearing the end of our trail here, but wait till I turn you around. You can kind of see the view that's behind us here. To honor the Susquehanna River Dike Vigilante Committee and all others who gave to rebuild the dikes after the Agnes flood of 1972. That was actually really, really bad. Up in New York as well. Check this out. I'm not going to take this because I think this is amazing and it deserves to be here. Surf, sand, sun, fun. I agree with that. So we made it to basically the beginning of the trail. We are now under the bridge. And I was thinking this might be a good spot to like cook our lunch, but I see like some snack bags and clothing here and whatnot, and I think this spot's kind of already been taken. You can probably see that behind me a little bit. Some fish jumping out of the water over there. That's really cool. Scared the daylights out of me the first time it happened about half mile back, but this is an awesome spot. I don't know, I might still do it here. People show up, I'll just make some new friends, I guess. Yeah, let's do it here. It's nice and cool next to the water. We're in the shade. Let's do that. Cooktop, utensil, stove, lighter to start the stove, stovetop. And our food. We got a Mountain House, biscuits and gravy. This is gonna be good, y'all. I haven't eaten today at all. By the way, this is my first time using my new Coleman pot here. So this should be a good first test run here. Looks like it's gonna sit pretty nicely. Put our water in. How many cups? 12 full ounces. All right. We have measuring on the inside. We do. Awesome. There we go. That's a little over 12 ounces, but that'll be all right. All right, so again, we got a Mountain House. We got a biscuits and gravy. We're gonna just open this up here and take out the oxygen absorber, I think it is, because last time I ate one of these at World's End, I think it was World's End, I left this in while the water was rehydrating the food. So yeah, we don't want to do that today. And I did find a pack of Gushers. So heck yeah, man, we're gonna eat these too. Gushers is my favorite fruit snack. So if you ever want to send me anything, Gushers. Gushers and honey roasted peanuts. I love them, I love them, I love them. And another thing too, I just learned yesterday from the Wandering Woodsman that water can only rolling boil up to 210 degrees. I didn't know that. I knew he was a teacher, but however, I did not know he was a science, chemistry teacher or whatever. I think that's awesome. To be a teacher in general, that's very commendable. I applaud you, sir. But our water, speaking of, is almost at a boil. So 1 second. And we're getting there. All right, we got a nice rolling boil to this thing. Let's pour all this in here and good Lord, I don't think we're gonna need all 12 ounces. But that pot worked really, really well. Let's, if I can get my utensil out of my pocket here. Oh no, we don't need full 12 ounces for this. It's probably gonna make it a little bit soupy, but. All right, now she'll sit for 5 minutes and we'll mix it up, let it sit for another couple, and then we'll feast. We're make sure I don't fall backwards either. We're gonna give this a quick stir. That smells good. Oh my God, does it look good too? Yeah, I definitely put enough water in it. It's hot. Oh my God, is that hot? Ooh, buddy. All right. Ooh, that is good. While we wait, I'll talk about the surgery a little bit. So what they did to me was, first time I've ever heard of it, it was called a robotic umbilical hernia. We've all heard of umbilical hernias. I have an incision here. I can feel it. I have an incision here, and I have one right here, kind of like on my belt line. Normally I wear a belt with these pants, but I don't want to wear anything too tight that's going to rub against it and open it up. Now, there's no suture that was used during this. If you're unfamiliar what suture is basically the body absorbable thread that they sew your wound back together, basically. This was actually glued together. So I feel I had to be a little extra careful. So the first 3 days I was really careful not to like reach or stretch or whatever too much. They told me that I need to let, when I wash, I need to let the water and soap kind of roll over it. Don't do any scrubbing. But I'll put a picture of the robotic arms, not the exact picture of what the doctor used, but similar of what it looks like in the corner someplace. But that's what they used, and supposedly it is less recovery time. It's easier. I don't want to say it's quicker. I used to work in that specific OR that I went to. I worked there for like a little over 9 years, and I seen how hernia surgeries go, and they would go anywhere from like 40 minutes to 45 minutes, unless some general surgeons like are doing other procedures in that time. So he told me that it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks, but I have a follow-up surgical, post-op surgical follow-up appointment the 17th of this month, and he's just going to assess the wounds and tell me, you know, I basically can go back to work, you know, after the 4-week marker, which is August 4th. I've already informed my job of this. So, yeah, I honestly, the next day after surgery, I didn't feel bad. He gave me Percocet as a pain medication. My phone is going off. But honestly, I used that for maybe 4 days. Maybe. I quit taking it yesterday, or no. See, today's Wednesday. I quit taking it Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, and today. So today would be 3 days that I haven't been on the Percocet, which I'm able to drive again. I couldn't drive for a week, and today's a week. And I quit taking the Percocet for 2 reasons: because it wasn't doing anything, and number 2, I didn't really feel I needed it. I really wasn't in any pain. There was a tightness due to swelling here, but it's all good, my friends. It's all good. I'm excited to return back to work. Actually, just before I came here, I stopped and I talked to the girls in the office that I work with. I'm the only technician at my particular branch, our office, and I stopped in to talk to the 2 ladies that I work with, and they both seem like they're doing well. Talked to them a little bit about the house buying process, and we are this close, my friends. We are this freaking close. That way I can end those camper life videos, because let me tell you, I am getting tired of those. But enough about that. Let's dig into this biscuits and gravy here, and it's still really hot. All right, let's kind of reposition myself here so I can kind of set this bag. Oh, what do you want? Oh, it's Miss Mindy. Better answer it. No, we do not. So we have a stray cat that's been hanging around our, the property. And I really don't know if that's the right angle for you guys, so I'm just gonna move you. We have a stray cat that's been hanging around, and I've been debating on whether to take him to a shelter or just drop him off at a farm. Could have waited a little bit longer, but it's good. You can see me drooling. So yeah, we need a cat carrier. I tried to pick him up today and put him in my truck, and he started scrambling and scrambling. So I grabbed him by his scruff. I'm not rude, by the way. But he just kept flailing. So I'm like, okay. I talked to my dad. He goes, just go buy a cat carrier, put him in the cat carrier, and take him where you got to take him. This is really good. I haven't ate nothing today, my dudes. Mountain House gets a bad rap for some reason, but I don't see why, because their meals taste really good. I mean, what's this got in it? Usually they put their protein in it, but must be there's not much protein in this. Per serving, 270 calories per serving, 540 calories per container. So it'd be a pretty good meal to take on a maybe a weekend backpacking trip. I'm not gonna make you watch me because there's plenty more filming to be done. So I'm gonna eat this and I'll get back with you guys. So one more thing I wanted to tell you guys before I actually stop. I knew there was something else, but there is an old abandoned bridge in my town right next to a car dealership, and it's got a fence on each side of the bridge that I want to get to, and I want to do a camp on. And I think I want to buy myself like a bivy tent for that, just to make things a little bit easier, a little bit quicker in case I need to beat feet and get the hell out of Dodge real fast. I don't technically know if it would be a stealth camp, but it may be a stealth camp. There's no posted signs. There's nothing saying no trespassing or keep out or whatever. But at the same time, having said that, I don't know what's behind the bushes in front of the fence to get on the bridge. So if we see something like that, we'll have to be extra careful. And when you're stealth camping, you don't give away your location on the internet, because if you trespass on somebody's property, let's say, and you post it on the internet, well, right there's proof that you trespass. You can still be charged for that. So you don't have to just be caught. Wow, this is really freaking good. All right, enough. I'm gonna eat. Come on. Oh, you're back. Hi. I literally just finished. And apparently I did not put too much water in this, because literally that last bite was pretty much all that was left. But in this Coleman, this cook pot, this thing is awesome. The handle did not get hot. Oh, I forgot to take the sticker off the bottom. My bad. But yeah, this is awesome. You got to squeeze this handle in order to flip it up, and it doesn't move. So it's going to hold that paper down in there when I put it back in my pack here. So let's get all packed up. I'll make sure all my garbage is put away, and it normally is. And I haven't decided if I'm going to take that garbage or not, because I don't know if people are going to come back for that. So I don't know if they're just doing some kayaking, or if they live across the way and they were swimming over here. Over here, you can see the water's quite nasty. So anyway, let's get packed up and swig some water here, and we'll beat feet. Ooh, you can tell that's tap water. Ugh. Yeah, I reuse a lot of my smart water bottles. And this come out of tap water in the camper we're living in. Ugh, not very good. But let me put this back in here, providing it'll go in. Take a look around here, make sure I didn't leave any garbage behind. All right, so that stuff, it makes me believe they're coming back for it, because there's clothing there. So they may just like live up across the road, because there's apartments and houses up across the road. But in that bag, there's an open, you see the lid there? There's an open thing of mayonnaise. And I think there's either French fries or there's chips in that. And it's open, and there's like a soda bottle there that's half drank. So I don't know if they're coming back for it or what. But anyway, my area is clean, or the area that I used. That's looks like broken stoneware. But I'm cleaned up. I'm ready to roll. One last kind of 360 around me here. This has been an awesome little day. enough cloud coverage to not make it so hot. But yeah, you can see the trails back this way, so let's head that way, shall we? Shalln't we? Some fishing wire there. Also, even though that is garbage, I feel bad about not taking it, but I pulled the dum-dum and I didn't bring any garbage bags with me, which is normally something I do on trail. But anyway, let's get to hiking or walking. So, just thought of this. I did some research on the Susquehanna River. Again, I'm trying to do a little bit of research on places I go, but the Susquehanna is actually one of the oldest rivers in North America today. It's pretty awesome if you think about it. And the way it flows and whatnot, it helped shape the land that's around here. It goes back to like Native American times. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome. If you're not from around here, you should definitely do some like research on the Susquehanna River. Pennsylvania has, as well as anywhere in the United States, has some pretty amazing, or in the world for that matter, has some pretty amazing history to it. And I never really got into history of things until I started getting out and seeing what nature had to offer. So, I mean, it's free. It didn't cost me nothing to come here today. It cost me for that Mountain House meal. It cost me for gas. I mean, there was gas already in my vehicle, but it doesn't cost nothing to get outside, my friends. Get outside, enjoy yourself. All right, so I see there's like this little side trail down through here. I just kind of want to see where it leads. I mean, I know where it leads to, but I want to see if some kids possibly gotten creative. Speaking of kids, back there by the baseball kickball field, there was some kids playing kickball. There is a path that goes up through here. I really don't want to trust that one with possibility of ticks, even though I have sprayed myself down with permethrin. But oh, this is nothing but one big muddy buggy mess, as you can see down through there. So okay, that's good enough for me. I think he's, oh, yep, he's gonna move. All right, my dudes, this is where I leave you today. Thanks for coming along with me on the Susquehanna Riverfront Trail, or I can't remember what the other name is to the trail. I'll have to put that again at the bottom of the screen if you don't remember already. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. We had some nice lunch today. Told you a little bit of an update on what's going on health-wise. It was truly nice to be back out on trail, and this was a very nice little adventure. Now, keep in mind, little adventures is what's going to happen for the next 3 months. So it may be little camping trips, something different that I usually throw in the channel every now and again. It will be easy hiking trails like this. Doctor's orders said I am not to go back to 100% till after 3 months, which sadly will be in like September. So we've got a little bit to go. I think September. Anyway, we got a little bit to go, but this is where I leave you. I hope y'all please stay safe, stay healthy, and y'all be good to each other. We'll see you next time.